good afternoon. For you who don't know me, oh, sorry, that one's May 2020. September 2020. There we go. September 21. Right. For all of you who don't know me, I'm Adam, James' older brother, generally better brother as well. And James' older brother is often been quite difficult for James, given I'm obviously the favourite child. That being said, I'd like to thank Mum for asking me to be James' best man today. That's what I want, Mum, thank you. So, when I was trying to get a thing for my speech, are you going to shut up? I asked a few people to describe James for me. Witty, passionate, charismatic and generous. Well, nobody used those words. However, he was described as vain, argumentative and insensitive. Personally, I do think that was a little bit harsh, but anyway, thank you, Tara, for your view. So, before I continue my speech humiliating James, honouring my brother, I'll just take a moment to say how beautiful the bridesmaids and flower girls all do look tonight. My new sister-in-law to the family. We always knew he could provide, but today, honestly, he looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure everyone agrees. Now, it's been, as we all know, a very tough 18 months leading up. Personally, I was wondering if today was even going to go ahead. I know talking to a few of the guys this morning, they actually had the same views as me. There's been some setbacks, there's been some tears, there's been rearrangements, but I was relieved as everyone that with just 5 minutes to go, James actually announced he'd finished doing his hair. So, all of the people that know James well know that he's a fairly tough guy. He doesn't really let his emotions get the better of him. However, James, like all of us, has gone through some heartache, and I am honoured to say that he has turned to me when times got tough and he's needed a shoulder to cry on. Which brings me to a little story I'd like to tell you about when we were in our mid-20s. I would like to say that this experience brought us a lot closer. One afternoon I was sitting downstairs watching an episode of Friends when James called up to me. Obviously, being the brother that I am, I rushed to his aid, hearing the tremble in his voice, asking to see me alone. Ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen a grown man in such distress and such a bad state. The very worst had happened. James was clutching a pair of scissors after trying to cut his hair after a bad haircut. He tried to fix himself. I'm not going to lie, he looked an absolute complete bastard. It was made even worse by his red blotchy eyes after crying like a massive girl. And it's times like this that made me question Tara's view of James at the beginning of the relationship. At their first meeting of Tara, or our first meeting of Tara, which again I might add was a day after James had cried again, because he completely fucked up the risotto. For the first time he'd ever took her a meal, Tara proceeded to tell the whole family one of the main reasons that she loved James so much was because he was so laid back. I'm not even going to do the next line because from the laughter, people who know James know he's an absolute crock of shit. Luckily, it wasn't the only thing she loved about him because obviously now she knows the truth. It's also safe to say common sense isn't one of James's strongest strengths either. All I will say is that I hope no one has a medical emergency tonight. During a family party and some drunken arm wrestling, we unfortunately had a little accident involving a broken arm. A little shout out to Danny there. Danny's broken arm. Being in the middle of the countryside and we all had quite a lot to drink, James, actually causing the broken arm, ran to his phone straight away to ring an ambulance. After 15 or 20 minutes of our cousin understandably in a lot of pain, I go to find James to ask him what the hell was taking him so long. To which he told me that he couldn't get through to the ambulance. He was dialing 01473. 990. And of all the dates that we have penciled in for this wedding, it was mentioned by some people that maybe it should be the 29th of February. James immediately vetoed this as he didn't believe that date existed. Apparently you can get to the age of 32 without knowing about leap years. But what James lacks in common sense, he more than makes up for in absolute sheer confidence. During the stag weekend, I was talking to both guys about embarrassing stories about James, and we came to realise that really there isn't that many. Firstly, he has this line and he's very clever not to spot it. Secondly, he just doesn't give a shit. This was all more apparent when we gave him his fancy dress to wear on a Saturday night out. A pink, very revealing cheerleader's outfit. Much to our disappointment, James fucking loved it. Proceeded to pose in various positions, photos, went faced with pugs, and even danced on random strangers' tables. If anyone hasn't actually seen those pictures, if you come to me with the ushers afterwards, we'll be happy to share them for you. There's actually even a rumour that after the stag weekend, James suggested that he should actually wear the dress today instead of Tara. But in all seriousness, I'm absolutely honoured to be standing here as your best man and your brother. Growing up, as brothers, as we do, we had our arguments, but we've always been there for each other, and over the years, that bond has only become stronger. Other than being my brother, I'm also happy to say that you are one of my best friends. Anyway, Tara has, she's asked me if I can keep this speech less than 5 minutes, which I've clearly gone over. She's not regarding James lasting any longer than that. So, I would like to say, Tara, you've been a part of my family and mine for a long time, but today it's made completely official. So, if we could all stand and raise a glass to the new Mr. Wallace. Cheers.